Hey guys, what's up? Me and Callie here back for another video. How we doing? Oh, thank you, baby. Okay, so you gotta be kidding me. I'm starting to record this video and Callie suddenly decides that she wants to play with her loud toy in this corner that I'm sitting in. You know what? Whatever. People love dogs. We'll keep her in the background making her noise. Okay, maybe not. Callie, stop. Okay, so I asked on my Instagram, just like any normal Q&A does, questions about anything that you would like to ask. So I have some questions here. Thank you to everybody who asked questions. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram. That way you can ask questions next time. I would love for you to follow me there. So I got quite a bit of questions about the same thing, but I also have some random ones too. The majority of my questions are about moving in together, getting married, and Jason and I's relationship and how it's progressed now that we're married, so we can get into those questions. I cannot with this dog, guys. She is so cute, but what the heck, really? Right now? But those of you who don't know, my husband's name is Jason. We have been married now for just about 2 months. We got married on November 7th. He has been a really close friend to me for almost 10 years now. So it's pretty cool that we got retouched after a few years of not being close or anything, and we fell in love. So that's our story pretty much. Of course, there's videos elsewhere, but let's get into the questions. And the first one I want to start with is, are we still friends? Yes. Next question. Has marriage changed your relationship? So I haven't really read through all of these or really thought of my answers yet, so I'm kind of getting them on the fly. I would say absolutely, in the sense that there's so much more understanding of what we mean to each other, because once you do decide to get married, once you completely say I do to this person, it does feel like this is my family. It does feel, like you're more in love in a way. So I would say it definitely did change our relationship in the fact that we are, 3 in 1, with God, making that commitment, and we are each other's family. Next one is, how is being a wife so far? So being a wife is great. I love being a wife especially because I can be like, oh yeah, my husband, blah, 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 blah. And I love whenever Jason's like, oh, this is my wife, or like, yeah, my wife this, or he'll be joking around and he'll say something like, oh yeah, you're my wife, and I just love it. Okay, next question. Advice for moving in together. Make sure that you both really like the place that you're moving in together. We kind of had a situation with moving into this place. I didn't kind of like it as much as Jason liked it, but because Jason liked it, I was like, I guess I like it. But now I end up loving the place. But there was a few things at the beginning when we first moved in together that I was like, well, I don't really like this place, because I kind of in a way was kind of blaming him because he liked it more. So suddenly, because I didn't like it, it was his fault. So that's definitely some advice for moving in together, is make sure wherever you're moving into is something that you both really like. It takes a while. We had been apartment shopping for at least 3 months. We knew we were about to get married, so we were like, let's figure this out, where we're gonna move. So that's my advice for moving in together. A lot of people might not have that issue at all in their relationship. It might not be something that even matters. Maybe one person just wants to live somewhere with you, but I know I am just the type of person to kind of feel like you gotta have standards, and I feel like my standards were just a little bit different, and in a way I didn't voice them, and so that's definitely advice. I would just say make sure that everybody is on the same page for moving in together. Okay, this is what we want to do, right? This is the type of area we want to live in. This is the type of place that we want to be at. We want to move on this day at what time. Your family's gonna help bring your stuff. My family's gonna help bring mine. Are we gonna meet here? Really on the same page for moving in together, because once you get here together and your stuff is out here and it's just you guys alone, it's not stressful and you are just happy to be moved in together. Hey guys, I am throwing a clip in from another day because I accidentally looked over 2 questions, and I personally cannot sleep at night knowing that I looked over these, so I'm gonna answer them for you now. The first one is, who are your top 3 favorite YouTubers? And that is going to be Miss Remy Ashton. She is a lifestyle YouTuber. I listen to her podcast. I just love everything about her vlogs. I think she is great, and a lot of who I kind of model after. So that's my first favorite, or my first top like YouTuber. Second one, if you didn't know, is I'm actually a huge Sim fan. So I play The Sims all the time, and there is the Queen Deli Gracie. She is just always making Sim videos, also streaming. She's definitely my second favorite YouTuber. Now my third is a little confusing because actually it's like split between 3 people, so I don't know how to answer this one. I would say it might be my third favorite YouTuber is gonna be between John Hill, Jasmine Garcia, and Cami Pettin. If I could really just place it like categories, lifestyle Remy, gaming or simming Deli Gracie, anything else, random skateboarding, obviously John Hill. But for just other entertainment, I would have to say it might be Cami Pettin, and that's what I'm gonna go with. But I also love Jasmine Garcia. So those are my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just kidding, top 3. So thank you for that question. That one is good. Now this next one, I really have a hard time. It is my top 3 favorite shows. So I'm gonna at least say one of them. It's not really a show, but just my top genre of shows is any home improvement, like HGTV kind of style. I don't have a favorite one. Honestly, I like them all. Fixer Upper, you know, Flipper, Dream Home Makeover, Insane. I don't know, I just can't. That's definitely one of my favorite things to watch, are shows like that. So that would be my top favorite, if that can count. Okay, for a second favorite one, I'm gonna have to go with The Bachelor, because it is always, oh wait, Jason's freaking out about this answer, what?
A Million Little Things.
Oh yes, that's definitely one of my favorite shows. And actually my friend Jazzy put me on, so always thank you for that. So yeah, there we go. Any HGTV is one. Second thing is The Million Little Things. And then thirdly, I will say that it's The Bachelor. So those are my favorite shows. There we go. Goodbye, back into the normal realm of camera of when this video was recorded. So like obviously in no way am I trying to say like Jason and I's move-in process and like living together is perfect, but this next question I kind of don't have an answer to. It is, what's one thing you wish you knew before moving in with your significant other? And I think just because we had so much essentially to not learn, if that makes any sense, that I didn't feel like there was anything that like whenever we moved in together that I was kind of like, oh, you do that or whatever. Oh, maybe there is one thing. I actually wish I knew a little bit more of like his cooking and grocery style. He, when we first started making plans for how our budget and our money together was gonna be split up, was expecting, yeah, I'm gonna tell on him, was expecting to spend about $600 a month on groceries for 2 people. And I was like, I was expecting like 150. But that was maybe one thing I probably didn't know and wish I knew, was how he like spent his money and how that was gonna like involve me in the groceries, because I need groceries, but I just never spent that much money on groceries because I also kind of eat out, get something here and there, eat something at work, so then I don't need a groceries. You know, like I've just very been in the eating world, like almost like single in the eating world, you know? I just never had to really like make my own food or provide for anybody else in the food area. So it was definitely something I wish I knew, was how that was all gonna happen once we moved in together. It's never been like a huge fight. We've luckily not had any like fights about moving in and how we live together. We've just had normal relationship fights, like you're making me mad kind of things, you know, but nothing like, oh my gosh, you don't leave the toilet seat up. There's just, you know, there's a lot of things like that we just, I don't think it bothers me. It doesn't really bother him, and it hasn't been anything that's caused us to get too much in a battle, which is great, praise the Lord. But yeah, that's maybe one thing I could say I wish I knew before moving in, was like his spending habits for groceries and food. But who's gonna think like, let me know how you spend your money on groceries? I was never gonna think of how to figure out that, so if maybe this will help you. to ask that question. So this next one is, how do you like married life? So I like married life. We are about to file taxes together as a married couple for the first time, and I kind of love it because I kind of live for control. And who the heck is calling me? A spam. Really, Callie, during our video? Isn't that just so rude? So this one was, how do you like married life? I love married life. I kind of like control, and Jason doesn't. He doesn't need control, so it's kind of great because we're a perfect balance to each other. So I like being able to be like, for my family, for my husband, or that sounds wild, but I just like the ability that like Jason and me, we are a team, you know, like we are married. Anything that we do is decisions for us. So being able to be in full control, you know, not just myself, not just, oh my gosh, am I gonna mess up my future? But this is my life now, you know? Like me making the decisions for me and Jason is something that I just love about married life, and I just think it's really great. I love being a Mrs. I love being a Mrs. Velasquez specifically. There are some very badass women that are Mrs. Velasquez in this family, I must say. So being a part of them, we're in it. So married life is good. Everyone on both families loves each other too. So it's pretty bomb. Next question is, what was it like adjusting to living in an apartment together? So this is also kind of along the same lines. I am just gonna say again, I think it was easy because it was something that we both wanted so bad. Again, we moved from our parents. You know, living with our parents, we were ready to have this sort of freedom. We have been people who've prayed and, you know, like waited to move in together for marriage. So it was something that we had been waiting for. So adjusting to it was more like running to it and just being full send free in the idea of like us living together, moving in together. There wasn't too much of, I guess, an adjusting just because we wanted it so bad. So there might be still some adjusting to do, you know? You still see things, you still learn. I think that's the coolest thing about marriage is you are with this person so much and you still learn things about them throughout your whole entire life, which is great. I love my Jason. I can't wait to learn more about him. If you're just so much positive and so excited for something, you're going to make the best out of it if you can, and where you have. So that's how we're kind of adjusting. It's just making the best out of it. Hello, we are outside now. You are balancing on the grill. It was time for a change of scenery for the rest of these questions because the questions are changing. No more about love or marriage, just other things, okay? First question is definitely one I like and I'm excited to answer, and it's, what is your subscriber goal to meet by the end of this year? So by the end of 2021, I don't know about subscriber goal because obviously you do have to have a certain amount of subscribers to become monetized. So for sure my goal of the year of 2021 is to become monetized. So thank you guys so much, first of all, for helping me get closer and closer to this goal. I am at 800 subs and I love every single one of you guys. I love being supported and just being shown that validation that you would want to subscribe because you think my videos are good or something. That's cool. So I'm getting really close to the 1,000 mark, and that's one of the like regulations in order to get monetized is you have to have at least that many subscribers to even apply for the program. So I think that's like my goal for 2021 is to get monetized. Subscriber goal, man, let's just be crazy. You know what, honestly, my goal would be to make it 2 more times if I get to 1,000 is by the end of the year to have 3,000 subscribers. That'd be cool. 2021 subscriber goal would be to have 3,000 subscribers. And yeah, I'll say it, it's not all about subscribers, but I would love to meet that goal. What type of camera do you use or recommend? And also, will you upgrade? Okay, I like this question. I like the way they worded it because my camera is a Sony A5100. It's a great camera. The only thing is after taking videos for a while, the internal temperature gets hot. I think I've seen a few like YouTubers. It has, you know, the viewfinder that pops up so I can see myself right now while I'm taking this video, and it is above. I kind of like the above rather the side because I feel like when you're looking to the side, it's a little bit more obvious you're looking at the viewfinder. under than when you're just looking right above the camera. But so that's the camera I have, the Sony a5100. I think it's a great camera. You know, there's a lot of details to it. It makes my quality look good. And the only downfall I have to say, just that internal temperature. I'll see a lot of people who use it for picture taking, and it's great for them. It does allow you to take the lens off, so that's really cool. But the camera I recommend that I want to get is the Canon EOS M50. Let me look it up really quick before I say that. Yeah, so I don't know how you can really recommend a camera if you've never used it, but I've just seen a few people who say that they like that camera. I did a lot of research before I got this camera. This was the other camera that I wanted to get, but now that I've seen the quality of it in videos, nobody has ever said anything about the external temperature getting hot. I'm like, dude, I want to try this one. So yes, it's the Canon EOS M50. I just think that would be a good investment. I would recommend that if anybody is wanting to make YouTube something serious for them, or they just want a camera that they could take videos on. I think that'd be a great camera. Obviously, the Canon G7X is a staple for a lot of people. These are just cameras, you know, off the top of my head that I can think of. I would recommend those to you because I've never seen a bad kind of remark on those. Great quality sound, it seems like, great quality video, which is what it's all about. So check those cameras out if you're interested in. And if I were to upgrade, that was the second part, I need to upgrade first my editing software before I get a new camera. So I want to get Final Cut Pro. I just use iMovie right now. So once I'm able to afford Final Cut Pro, which is $300, what the freak, I will probably also upgrade my camera. And it's also just, if my frequencies of videos go up, then I will also upgrade as I'm doing it more. Right now, I'm kind of trying to just have a goal of once a week kind of video. Right now, internal temperature high, allow it to cool. You're kidding. It's too cold out here. I'm going back inside. Oh my gosh, I am so mad. Y'all have no clue what just happened. I literally just finished answering six more questions. That's all the questions that's left. But it was a good 15-20 minutes of talking, guys. And I dropped my camera. The SD card fell out. I turned it back on. Every single video that I just took for those last questions, gone. Not even on it. Not even on it. The last video is the one for me being outside saying it's cold. And it's actually been like 40 minutes since I took that part because I recorded all of these questions. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna take a break. It's not even gonna affect you because you're gonna see the next clips literally right after this one. But just know there was some peace that needed to be brought back into this woman after dropping my camera. I'll get back into the questions in a moment. You know what? I'm not letting the falling camera get me down. We're continuing and finishing these questions right now. I'm not taking a break. So y'all better like this video for this. So the next question that I've already answered, but I'm gonna answer it again, is what are some tips you have for people starting a YouTube channel? So I'm gonna be real basic and kind of say what you might have seen in another video. Only way to start a YouTube channel is to have a YouTube channel. So you gotta make it. You gotta make a video, you gotta post it, you gotta just get into it. It's so fun. Honestly, any advice I have is to actually make content that is similar when you're first starting your channel. Post whatever you want, but if your goal is to gain subscribers, gain followers, get that watch time, is to make videos that are liked so that people have a reason to come back to your channel to click another video after they've seen whatever video they discovered you on. What I mean by that is if you have a video of a plus size try on haul, maybe the next video will be like how I styled these clothes, or another plus size try on haul. I didn't see success in my channel until I started doing these things. My first year on YouTube, this is what I just gotta say, did no good. I kind of just was posting whatever here and there, vlogs. Sad to say, but nobody cared to learn about me, and it's just the truth. I've heard this in other videos. I've even made a video about it. You know, if you really think about it, you're like, okay, that makes sense. Because why do I want to watch your vlogs? Especially if you only have about like 10 subscribers, maybe friends and family. But for other people to click onto your video and want to see you, you gotta have a little bit of consistency and a little bit of content that somebody's gonna want to return back to, if that makes any sense. So definitely advice is just to do it, make the video video, post it. You don't get better until you post one. You know, like you only get better the more you post. So go ahead, start your channel. I think it's a great year. It's never too late, in my opinion. Just make a channel and have fun with it. Okay, I lied. I guess there is one more love question. And this one is, what's some advice you have for couples that are newly engaged? So first of all, congratulations on being newly engaged. That is exciting. Advice I would have is this is a time to dramatically communicate, but also still keep falling in love and realizing that your relationship is going forward during your time of being fiancés, because that's literally what you are, which is kind of cool. Like your fiance. I just think it's a cool time to kind of learn a lot about each other and get excited together about things that you hope for your marriage. Maybe make goals together of what you want. So I definitely think during the engagement time, you just need to keep falling in love and, you know, really prioritizing each other and make sure that you can communicate on a deeper level. That's what I would say. All right, this is a good question. I like it, and it is, what was your college experience like? This is something I actually haven't talked too much about my channel. So I graduated in 2013, went straight to Tarleton. Yes, I could not figure out what the heck my degree was. I started with sports medicine, which was really fun. I got accepted into the sports medicine program, so that was cool. I did that for a little bit, and then I had a little change in my mind of what the heck I wanted to do and change my degree after getting accepted into that program. And I would have been the last year in class of people who could graduate with 4 years and get their certificate of athletic training, but yeah, I didn't do it. So I didn't finish it. I did join a sorority. I was a part of Alpha Omicron Pi, AO Pi, and I was actually a charter starting member of that. It didn't come till my junior year, so I was only really involved in a sorority for 1 year, but I found some amazing friends, so that was really cool. It's definitely, you know, a part of my experience. I did take 4.5 years to graduate. I ended up changing my degree to sociology, which is the study of society, with the emphasis of pre-ministry, and my minor in kinesiology. So everything I kind of did came together in my degree. So I used all of that, and yeah, my friends are the best thing that I could say from college that I love, is I have a lot of good friends that I'm still in touch with that I met at college. The reason why I have my job today is because of one of my best friends from college. So I love my college experience. I absolutely partied and had a good time, and also had really low points, you know, where like I didn't know what the heck I was doing, spending unnecessary money. What else do you do in college? You know, spend money is the thing. In student debt, yes, I have it. So that's my college experience, just like anybody else. But I did graduate and get a degree, so that is exciting. Love that for me. And finally, this question is really cute. There was no purpose for it being the last question, but it just was. And it is actually, what's something you would tell your 16-year-old self if you could? So when I was 16, I was a junior in high school. And honestly, what I would say to myself at that point was to stay true to what I knew. As in, not to kind of chase my feelings and what was cool. Because I'll be honest, this was when I personally started doing some experimenting on my own, I guess you can say. I also even, you know, just started trying things I probably wasn't supposed to do. So, I mean, take with that what you want. Obviously, that could be a story one day. But I would say to my 16-year-old self, just stay true to what you know and who you are. Because really, I was kind of following the crowd and being like what my friends were doing. And it did fall into my senior year. I don't regret nothing at all. But I would probably just tell myself like, hey, slow down. What do you know? And what I knew was that I didn't need to be doing those things, first of all. And secondly, what I knew was who I was as a Christian. And I think just things got blurred in my head, and yeah. So I'd probably just tell myself that you're cute. Oh, and I would tell myself that you are perfect. Always struggled with thinking I still needed to be smaller. So I definitely would tell myself too, like, your body's great. You're not worried about that. And to like keep doing things I wanted to do, even if it meant, you know, some friends had to leave out of my life. Because I didn't understand that. I wanted everyone to still be my friend. Definitely a people pleaser all my life, still someone I work with. Actually, I'm a lot better now. I can say no like nobody's business, and I can just be like, I don't care to people now, which is a pretty cool thing that I learned. And it all came from 16-year-old Carrie, so that's what I'd say. I think that is going to close out this Q&A. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd love for y'all to support me. Like I said, I have a goal of wanting to reach that 1,000 subscribers and reach that 4,000 watch time hours to become monetized this year. So if you want to be a part of that, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell and like and comment and just, you know, show your friends this video, stuff like that. Ask me more questions. Follow me on my Instagram for another Q&A one day. But thanks always for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.